This anime is surely going to make you question your morality, your right versus wrong, and the question that all lives are created equal or not. Let's get into it. This show revolves around Dr. Kenzo Tenma, a brilliant Japanese neurosurgeon who works for the Iceland Memorial Hospital in Dusseldorf in the early 1980s. He's a brilliant neurosurgeon. He's well liked by his peers. He's got a fiancée by the name Eva Heinemann, who's basically the director's daughter at the Iceland Memorial Hospital. Tenma's life soon undergoes a drastic change thanks to a moral crisis. This basically begins when he spots a woman crying. He goes to comfort her, and the woman says, "Yo, you have no right to comfort me. It's because of you my Turkish contractor husband died. And if you had only operated on him before the other gentleman who came in after him, he would have survived." So this obviously disturbs Tenma a lot, and he's like, "Yo, all lives are created equal. If only I had operated the Turkish contractor." So he tries to talk to his future father-in-law, the director Heinemann, and he's like, "Yo, you know what, bro, that's dope and all, but we have to place priority on lives that matter first. Not all lives are created equal." So Tenma decides, "Yo, that is a no-go." He tries talking to his fiancée Eva Heinemann, and she also, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, she's like, "Yo, Tenma, I don't know why you're stressing out, but all lives are not created equal. You may as well just take a break from this." And that is when Tenma realizes that both the Heinemanns don't share his worldview of all lives being created equally. But there is a time when two critical patients come in. One is a high-ranking politician and one is a young boy with a gunshot wound to his head. And Tenma decides to rebel and say, "You know what, yo, that boy came in first. I'm going to be operating on him. Screw you all." Because of the actions that Dr. Tenma takes, Dr. Tenma loses his respect of his peers. He gets demoted, and to nobody's surprise, Eva Heinemann is hitched to the next candidate of the director of Iceland Memorial Hospital. Obviously, this leaves Tenma very heartbroken, and I don't blame him. Honestly, this father-daughter duo just pissed me off during this show. Tenma is heartbroken with what is going on around in his life, and he kind of just basically went to the unconscious boy that he had just operated on. The director of the hospital and the other two directors in high standing have been found unalive by the police. Now, obviously, all suspicions go on Tenma because he had lost the most. He's lost his fiancée, he's lost his promotion, he's basically lost the respect of his peers. But because the police couldn't find any evidence of Tenma's involvement, the police soon clear him of all charges. And Tenma is back to being a leading surgeon 9 years later. His records are clean, his peers respect him all over again. This poor man has gone through so much already in the first 6-7 episodes of Monster. I cannot even emphasize how bad I feel for him. Now, 9 years later, Dr. Tenma runs into a charismatic young man by the name Johan Lebert. But to Tenma's horror, this is the exact same young boy he had saved on that operation table 9 years ago, only for him to turn into a psychopathic, charismatic serial killer. That his humanistic decision all those years ago is probably not the best that he'd taken, but he'd still taken it nonetheless. So Tenma gets to close this matter himself by going after Johan Lebert with the intention to unalive him. For a doctor and a leading neurosurgeon at that itself is a very wild decision to make, because let it be known, Tenma had just managed to get his life back on track. But I kind of understand where Tenma is coming from. It's also because he feels somewhat responsible that he saved Johan all those years ago, and Johan has come back unaliving those people, and as a doctor that cannot be happening. And as a doctor, Dr. Tenma feels that, "Yo, honestly, this is messed up. I cannot let a former patient of mine actually go unaliving people." In his pursuit of Johan Lebert cross country, Dr. Tenma's destiny soon gets intertwined with the Inspector Lunge from BKA. Now, Inspector Lunge was one of those leading officers who had questioned Tenma and who 100% zeroed in on Tenma, saying, "Yo, you're responsible for the others' deaths. I don't care. I'm going to put you behind bars, whatever it takes." As this anime unravels, Tenma and we as the audience soon find out horrifying facts that Johan had a twin sister, Nina Fortner, and both of them were subject to brainwashing experiments at the 511 Kinderheim orphanage, based on the twisted book known as The Nameless Monster. A somewhat normal life, because she doesn't have a lot of memories of what had happened to her before she, was rescued from 511 Kinderheim. And honestly, it gave me a very ick feeling to know that children were experimented on and brainwashed on. Even if it is an anime, this is something that you do not do. Obviously, very disturbing to know. Obviously, because Johann has been traumatized by the experiments and the brainwashing at 511 Kinderheim, he somewhat develops a very disturbing view of the world, and he has this unhealthy obsession with being the last person standing, and the way that he wants to achieve it is by achieving a perfect suicide. Game between Johann and Tenma soon comes to an end in the fictional town of Ruhenheim. And when Tenma enters, the town is not in the best of the shapes because he sees dead bodies everywhere. Now, Ruhenheim happens to be three things. Firstly, it is the birthplace of the 511 Kinderheim orphanage experiments. Second, Ruhenheim is the hometown of Franz Bonaparte, who happened to write that nameless monster book. And third, it is Franz Bonaparte who conducted these experiments on the children. So basically, he's like the granddaddy of this entire 511 Kinderheim. 10 out of 10 to Dr. Tenma and his relentless sense of perseverance in order to pursue Johann. Now, when Johann and Dr. Tenma meet face to face, Dr. Tenma is faced with his final challenge. Is he ready to shoot Johann, or is he going to be holding up to his principles of all lives are created equal? Tenma hesitates, but Johann is shot by a drunk man who thinks that Johann is trying to hurt his son. Honestly, if you ask me, this is a very rare W for an alcoholic father who's been trying to save his son from, being unalived by Johann essentially. Now, I think that this could be the conclusion of Monster, with Johann being shot in the dead and Dr. Tenma being cleared of all the charges, but it would not make this anime Monster for what it is today. Now, when paramedics on scene arrive and they're like, yo, honestly, we need a very capable, talented, brilliant neurosurgeon to help save Johann because we cannot do with what we have. Now, Inspector Lunge, who's also severely injured at this point because of a face-off, he's like, yo, there is one man I can refer you to. He is absolutely brilliant at what he does. And this is more of a moment of life coming back to a full circle because Dr. Tenma does exactly this. He goes and operates on Johann just like he had all those years ago when he was a little boy. Honestly, mind blown. Once again, when Dr. Tenma manages to save Johann's life, it obviously demonstrates Dr. Tenma's dedication to treat all lives as equal, and I cannot imagine the conflict that Dr. Tenma would have undergone because of the choices he's about to make. As the anime draws to an end, you obviously find that Dr. Tenma has been cleared of all charges and he decides to not go back to private practice. Instead, he goes to work with MSF or Doctors Without Borders, where he basically travels worldwide operating on patients who need help. Dr. Tenma is soon spotted having a conversation with Johann, who is comatose, and Dr. Tenma kind of has a dream about Johann, asking him the question, tell me, Dr. Tenma, who really is the monster? Was it my mom who decided to give me up to the authorities all those years ago? Was it the person who conducted the 511 Kinderheim experiments, or was it the adults who were involved in those experiments the monster? Or was it really you who saved me all those years ago, therefore turning me into a monster? Honestly, this anime has left a lot of viewers confused, and I don't blame them because by the time Dr. Tenma is awake, he soon realizes that Johann has escaped the hospital. He's staring at nothing but an empty bed, and therefore leaving the fate of Johann very inconclusive and open for interpretation. Now, there are a few honorary mentions. We have Wolfgang Grimmer, who was one of those children in the 511 Kinderheim. He also has figured out early on in the show that Tenma is pretty innocent. He helps Tenma out as much as he can. Dieter, the cute little boy who Tenma had rescued from abuse all those years ago. Eva Heinemann, for what it's worth, from turning into an alcoholic to leading a sober life and working as a kitchen interior decorator, has somewhat turned her life around. So maybe for that I could respect her a little bit. But well, let me know what your thought on Monster is. What was your interpretation of the ending? Until next time.